Welcome to the Power of Photosynthesis, a 6-part series where we'll explore one of the most fundamental processes in the natural world, how plants make food through photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is essential to sustaining life on Earth. It's the process by which plants convert energy from the sun into organic matter that's consumed by other organisms. Without it, life as we know it wouldn't exist. To understand photosynthesis, we first need to understand the structure and functions of plant cells, particularly chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are specialized organelles found in plant cells that carry out photosynthesis. In this series, we'll dive into the process, mechanisms, and significance of photosynthesis in the natural world. We'll explore the unique features of plant cells, the complex interplay between the various components of photosynthesis, and the crucial role that this process plays in maintaining the delicate balance of life on Earth. So join us on this journey into the fascinating world of photosynthesis and discover the amazing power of plants to sustain life on our planet. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants, algae, and some bacteria convert light energy from the sun into chemical energy in the form of organic compounds, such as glucose. This process is essential for sustaining life on Earth, as it provides the basis for the food chain and produces the oxygen that we breathe. Photosynthesis occurs in the chloroplasts of plant cells, which are specialized organelles that contain pigments such as chlorophyll. These pigments absorb light energy and convert it into chemical energy in the form of ATP and NADPH, which are used to power the Calvin cycle, the second stage of photosynthesis. The first stage of photosynthesis is the light-dependent reactions, which take place in the thylakoid membranes of the chloroplasts. During this stage, light energy is absorbed by the pigments in the chloroplasts, and the energy is used to generate ATP and NADPH. Water is also split into oxygen and hydrogen ions, with the oxygen being released into the atmosphere as a byproduct. The second stage of photosynthesis is the Calvin cycle, which takes place in the stroma of the chloroplasts. During this stage, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is fixed into organic compounds such as glucose. This process is powered by the ATP and NADPH generated in the light-dependent reactions. The inputs of the light-dependent reactions are light energy and water, while the outputs are ATP, NADPH, and oxygen. The inputs of the Calvin cycle are carbon dioxide, ATP, and NADPH, while the outputs are organic compounds such as glucose and oxygen. Understanding the process of photosynthesis is essential for gaining insights into the workings of the natural world and appreciating the vital role that plants play in our ecosystem. Through photosynthesis, plants are able to convert light energy from the sun into chemical energy that is used to sustain life on Earth. In this section, we'll be exploring the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis and how plants have adapted to optimize this process in different environmental conditions. First, let's talk about the factors that affect the rate of photosynthesis. Light intensity, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels all play a crucial role in determining how much photosynthesis occurs in a plant. Light intensity is one of the most important factors in photosynthesis. As you might expect, the higher the light intensity, the more photosynthesis occurs. However, too much light can actually damage the chloroplasts in plant cells. That's why you'll often see plants adapt by changing their angle and orientation to the sun, or by growing under the cover of other plants to protect themselves from intense sunlight. Temperature is another important factor in photosynthesis. Most plants perform photosynthesis optimally within a narrow temperature range, typically between 15 and 35 degrees Celsius. When the temperature gets too high, the enzymes involved in photosynthesis can be damaged or destroyed. Conversely, when it gets too cold, photosynthesis slows down significantly. Finally, carbon dioxide levels also affect photosynthesis. In general, the more carbon dioxide available, the more photosynthesis can occur. That's why many commercial greenhouses artificially increase carbon dioxide levels to boost plant growth and yield. Now, let's talk about how plants have adapted to optimize photosynthesis in different environmental conditions. Plants have evolved a wide variety of strategies to cope with different light, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels. For example, plants that grow in low light environments, such as in the understory of a forest, often have larger and thinner leaves to maximize light absorption. These leaves also have more chloroplasts per unit of leaf area to maximize the efficiency of photosynthesis. Plants that grow in hot, dry environments, on the other hand, have evolved a variety of adaptations to reduce water loss and protect themselves from heat stress. Cacti, for example, have evolved thick, fleshy stems that can store large amounts of water, while many desert plants have small, waxy leaves that minimize water loss. Plants that grow in high carbon dioxide environments, such as in the vicinity of volcanic vents, often have adaptations that allow them to capture carbon dioxide more efficiently. These plants often have specialized structures called crassulacean acid metabolism, CAM, that allow them to store carbon dioxide at night and use it during the day. In summary, the factors that affect photosynthesis, such as light intensity, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels, are critical to a plant's survival. Plants have evolved a variety of adaptations to optimize photosynthesis under different environmental conditions, ensuring their continued growth and survival. Welcome back to our series on the power of photosynthesis. In this section, we'll be exploring the exciting applications of photosynthesis in modern society. Photosynthesis is not just a process that sustains life on Earth, but it has also become an essential tool for addressing some of the world's most pressing issues, such as climate change and food security. Let's take a closer look. Firstly, photosynthesis is the basis of the production of biofuels. Biofuels are renewable energy sources made from organic matter, such as crops, waste materials, and algae, that have undergone photosynthesis. These fuels can be used to power cars, trucks, and other vehicles, without the negative environmental impact of fossil fuels. Photosynthesis is also essential in agriculture, as it is the process that allows plants to produce the food that feeds the world's population. Farmers can optimize photosynthesis in their crops by providing them with the right amount of light, water, and nutrients. This results in higher crop yields, which is essential for meeting the growing demand for food in a sustainable way. In addition to these applications, photosynthesis has the potential to address two of the most significant challenges facing humanity: climate change and food security. By optimizing photosynthesis in crops, scientists can develop plants that are more resistant to drought, pests, and diseases. This can help to ensure a stable supply of food in the face of changing climate patterns and extreme weather events. Furthermore, photosynthesis has the potential to be used as a tool to combat climate change by capturing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and converting it into organic matter. This process, known as carbon sequestration, can help to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the effects of global warming. In conclusion, photosynthesis is not only a process that sustains life on Earth, but it has also become an essential tool for addressing some of the world's most pressing issues. From biofuels to agriculture, and from climate change to food security, the applications of photosynthesis are vast and far-reaching. Hello and welcome back to our video on the power of photosynthesis. We've covered a lot so far, from the importance of photosynthesis in sustaining life on Earth to the structure and functions of plant cells, and the process and factors affecting photosynthesis. To summarize, we learned that photosynthesis is a process by which plants convert light energy into chemical energy to produce food. This process occurs in two main stages: the light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle, which are dependent on factors such as light intensity, temperature, and carbon dioxide levels. We also discussed how plants have adapted to different environmental conditions to optimize photosynthesis, and the potential applications of photosynthesis in modern society, such as biofuels and agriculture, to address climate change and food security issues. It's clear that photosynthesis plays a crucial role in sustaining life on Earth, from providing food and oxygen to supporting entire ecosystems. Therefore, it's important for us to appreciate and support the role of plants in our ecosystem. So, let's take a moment to reflect on the significance of photosynthesis in our daily lives and the impact that plants have on our world. We can do our part by supporting sustainable agriculture, reducing our carbon footprint, and advocating for policies that prioritize the health and well-being of our planet. And as a bonus, let's talk about other plant processes that contribute to the functioning of ecosystems. These processes include nitrogen fixation and nutrient cycling, which are essential for the growth and survival of many organisms. Nitrogen fixation is the process by which atmospheric nitrogen is converted into forms that plants can use, and nutrient cycling refers to the movement and transformation of essential nutrients such as carbon, nitrogen, and phosphorus through the ecosystem. Understanding these processes is crucial for managing ecosystems sustainably and conserving biodiversity. By protecting and promoting healthy plant communities, we can support not only the plants themselves but also the animals and humans that depend on them for food, shelter, and other resources. In conclusion, photosynthesis is a fascinating and vital process that sustains life on Earth. From the structure of plant cells to the factors that affect photosynthesis rates, we've explored how this process works and its importance in our ecosystem. So let's appreciate and support the role of plants in our world, and continue to learn and discover more about the incredible biology of the natural world.